Uranium friends checking in on the space. Been a while. Let's look. I've done zero prep work, so you're going to see it as I see it, and well, we'll see what we see. So the ETFs, dailies, right? URA, URNM, URNJ, they're all doing the same thing. So, the price action is actually encouraging, but we have to be aware, and everyone is going to be the same here. Okay, every day it's a lower high and a lower low. You're getting your wicks, okay? And so there is buying here, right? This was a pretty strong move today. Nice move, but nothing special volume wise in any case, okay? Daily 12 EMA is holding on all the ETFs. Pretty good, all right? Uh, Quick watch list stuff. Daily ASPI. So, I never posted this other than in the chart guys room, but I did take a position here on this day, April 3rd, with the 4-hour higher low being set. I immediately got smashed, but I was kind of working off of these levels here, so I'm still in position. I took a 25% off of that position today on the morning pop, so I'm pretty happy about that. Gets me a little bit. The risk is removed, is lowered. So ASPI. Why am I interested? It's because it's this rider, right? I mean, since October of 2020, let's just say, yeah, since October of 2023, it's just been riding the weekly 12 EMA, which is the red line, and the 50-day moving average. So, until that metric breaks, I'm still hanging. My level is going to be somewhere around here where my stop loss is. So CCJ, interestingly enough, right? Again, it's like, well, this actually it did not take out yesterday's low, so it's a little bit better sign, right? And the daily 12 EMA is holding. Good action today. Little slight uptick in volume. And most interestingly, they were smashing the calls, man. January 2025, 55 strikes. Look at the action there. So, somebody somewhere is doing something with positioning as far as CCJ is concerned with the option chain. You take note of something like that. I believe that NextGen had some call activity today, too. So CCJ is holding up well. It's, proving that it might actually be leading the space again. That would be nice. The weekly, look at the cup. Possible weekly cup and handle starting to work its way into this thing and bouncing off the anchored VWAP. It could come down all the way to $44, $45 and still be a perfectly fine weekly chart. But we'll keep our eyes out for this weekly cup and handle now. Seems to be looking like it's doing that. And if this does, if we got this weekly bull flag here, if this does, it's going to give everybody an opportunity to position up to make a run at this triple top here. Okay, so it would be nice. The monthly higher low here is set. It's looking fine. There's nothing bad about the CCJ chart, regardless of what anybody else says. CCJ looks fantastic, if you ask me. So Denison daily, a great move today. I was actually surprised to see this. I was looking at to see who was stronger, and Denison's there. I mean, it's closing up at the high, right at the double. Was it yesterday? Was what 212? So we doubled top with yesterday. Denison's looking strong as well. So, well, not really. I mean, this already took out its recent highs, interestingly enough. So Denison's looking good. All these, as quiet as the space is now. I know I've been blocked by a lot of the noisy players, so I probably don't see a lot of the useless tweets that come out. But the sector, Twitter-wise, has been quiet, and Benny from East West is saying that his channel is pretty quiet too. So it's quiet. Don't know what to make of that. Encore Energy, it's still getting a little bit of a beatdown, right? The chart looks different than, let's just say, from CCJ. Looks much better than Encore, right? Didn't really do much. Still has his daily 12 EMA as resistance. So Encore is weaker at the moment. Does it do a catch up play if the rest of the sector heats up? Maybe. Don't know. But Encore is weaker, and it's got a little. This is a tough one. I mean, it's just sideways action right now on this weekly, but there's a possibility of this weekly cup and handle formation. Not really sure I like the way it's looking here. Rather see like a full bull flag and consolidation. I'd rather see this sideways action that's here. Rather see it up here. So, Encore it's a little tough right now. That's all I can say. I'm always interested in Encore down in this zone. So, when the $4 area hits, where it expired. When this $4 area hits, it's when I start getting interested. Let's look at Centrus, see what's going on here. Yeah, not a hell of a lot with Centrus, right? So Centrus is rejecting at the 12 EMA. Lightbridge, I know I made a video on this a while ago and thought possibly with the news candle that the bottom was in, but maybe not. We're still, this was a good falling wedge breakout with volume that would say, hey, that's a pretty good technical signal. But it broke down, and this is the importance of stops, right? So entries off this break, I guess they're fairly low risk if depending on where your stop is. But now this thing is breaking down again, so no interest in Lightbridge despite the news. I'm not really going to go with the long-term investor view on this one. It's just not my favorite name to play. NextGen, I posted today. I took a half position entry today in it. I'll be interested again. Kind of down here, I have this alert set. I do think that if this 746 area breaks down, we're going to start testing down here. So I'm not quite sure how I want to deal with it when the time comes. We'll see what the rest of the space is doing. If the rest of the space is toast, I'm probably just going to bag, take the small loss, and move on. But they did have bullish option flow today as well. I didn't really take a look at it yet. Maybe I'll look at it tomorrow. Paladin's got that reverse split coming. What is that actual date? All right, so tomorrow. So your consolidation is happening. Your shares will probably be locked up for a little bit while everything gets figured out. And I posted also. I took a little bit off into this run up. These reverse splits usually don't get favorable results from the market in general. See how it plays. You can look at Bannerman. I think they had a reverse split whenever and wherever, and I don't know that really went over too well. So I'm keeping an eye on Paladin. It is a producer, so I'll probably be interested in adding at some point, but, it's whatever. SMR, a couple of people, I made some trades in the past couple of weeks on it, did okay with it. I'm kind of holding right now. I'm not really interested in making any entries again, unless there's a signal of some sort. Maybe it comes with this hourly, but the hourly is still just working its way down. I got my play out of it. Could have been better, could have been a lot worse, so I'm fine with it. So, this first level that we'll have to deal with is the 491 area. So we'll see what happens at 5. There's some stuff going on here, right? So the golden pocket at 430. So I'm not interested in SMR at the moment until we see some signals, until I see some signals. U.UN, nice move. Took out all these highs. Very, very good. Took out the 50-day. It's the first time I'm looking at it. I know I posted a couple of days ago or whatever. I did add on the fact that it was just, I added right in here actually, and I got smacked. It's pretty funny. I added right in here because it was hovering above this EQ and everything else was starting to move. So I figured I was gonna. It looked like the best opportunity. Guess I should have waited or maybe added down here, but I haven't been paying a lot of attention to my portfolio lately. So, but U.UN's doing pretty good. It's holding up nicely, and it took out these high all these levels here. So you can start looking up here. Sorry, UEC, similar look. Then all the big boards, right? NextGen, Denison, CCJ, testing yesterday's highs, closing at the top. One could suspect that it will take these highs out tomorrow. We'll see if there's a smackdown. If there's a smackdown, it could be a little bit of a yellow flag, but volume profile says that maybe we don't really start running into resistance again until we get up to this 725, 720 area. UEC, yeah, I mean, it's okay. You could see the potential for this possibility, this rounding bottom here into a a weekly bull flag with a weekly cup and handle and then consolidation and then a move. That's the stuff that I'm kind of looking for in the space, and where it's really going to say, is it happening? Sorry. Um, it will be CCJ, right? So CCJ, as usual, the leader in the space. It's making some nice technical work, and it makes sense because all these non-uranium accounts that I follow that are good traders and good investors and know how to play positions, they're all playing CCJ. This is the name that's going to get all the attention, like I've been saying for years, regardless of Kevin Brambo or Brambu, whoever the guy is, saying that it's garbage. Okay, well, it's garbage that makes me a lot of money. So I'm staying with that. So, we want UEC to look like CCJ does on the weekly. URG, a little bit better of a look. I got shaken out of my little scalp and it ran away from me. So I'm going to be looking to. I'm going to be looking to get some sort of hit on this at some point. I'd like to. None of my alerts are working, so that's all messed up. All right, so URG on the weekly, making some better work here, right? Took out this level, came back to back test it and bounced. So this previous level of $1.70 kind of acting as support. And you got the 12 EMA there on the weekly as well. So this is a pretty good range to be looking for as support. All this action over here, all this action over here, gets through it, does its back test. It's a perfect basic technical signal for those who are traders. Maybe taking swings at something. You have a target. You got a $2 target, so you got 30-cent move here. Uroy, while everything else is putting in weekly bull flags, Uroy has got a weekly bear flag. Uroy also has a monthly bear flag, and it just keep getting rejected. So no interest in Uroy for me at the moment. Maybe a test at this range might have me somewhat interested for an attempted play, but with Uroy, I just buy really long dated calls. It seems like that's the best move. Energy fuels, again, not looking like CCJ and UEC and NXE. It looks different, right? So you can categorize your names in the sector. Who's stronger, who's weaker. But I've always been of the opinion that these value areas are really the guides for me. And I've spoken about it. I've posted about it. I've made videos on it. This is the value area. So when it comes down to test the lower half of this value area, I might be interested then. But for now, the 4Us are useless to me. Just not a great trader. But I'm going to play the 4Us much differently from here on in. in weakness, in heavy duty weakness, or in great support areas. I'm just going to buy some long dated calls and play it that way because it's just an easier way to not tie up capital. So that's the deal. AMLI, they've got a spin out going. Lithium is seemingly starting to catch a bid. So it pays to keep an eye on this one. I'm keeping an eye on it. I would have to do some more work fundamentally just to see where it's at because I like I said, I think there's a spinoff incoming. So I'm just keeping an eye on it. I'm not doing anything. All right, that's it. Over and out. See you when I see you.